I got 4 hot stocks. They're in the news right now. They're sizzling. They're so hot. Let's dig in and see if we can make a little money off this and learn something. Let's dig in. Welcome to the newsroom. So I got 4 stocks. I diversified them. I got 1 in tech, 1 in bio, and then 2 kind of penny stocks that are hot right now. So we got Moderna, we got Virgin Galactic. They had interesting revealing news today. Moderna had some news as well. And then we got the 2 penny stocks that are popping off. We got Ocugen and we got Kodak. So first, we're going to talk about Virgin Galactic. So who is Virgin Galactic? If you don't know, I talked about it a few times. So briefly, quickly, Richard Branson owns the company, spacecraft company. They're going to be doing commercial flights. They'll fly you into space, you know, right on the cusp of the atmosphere so you can see the Earth, take a look at it, bird's eye view, and look at the Earth as a ball, you know? The flat earthers are going to buy this up. They're going to love it. So the reason why I'm talking about them today is because they just did their reveal. I watched it. They showed for the first time the inside of their cabin, right? You want to make sure you're comfortable. It should look futuristic and interesting and cool. You want windows so you can see everything. Nice seats. Looks nice and comfy, spacious while you're getting those crazy G's. They got some nice logos. They got a little not touch screen, but they have a little LCD screen on the front seat so you can see the flight path, the duration of the time, etc., those things. And that's covered in windows. I thought it was really nice, but what happened was when this started going on, the stock kind of stayed steady. Then it started selling off. I don't know why it was selling off. Maybe people didn't like the color pattern. Maybe they wanted more windows. I don't know. But I like this company because this is a company of the future. Just like Tesla's own an EV, Virgin Galactic can own space flights. So rather than taking a flight from Pennsylvania to California, you could take a flight from Pennsylvania to space. The full cost to fly on the vehicle is $250,000, but through an initiative, Virgin Galactic allows aspiring astronauts to put down just $1,000 to reserve a seat on a future flight. So if you don't have $250,000, apply to be an astronaut. You can fly for $1,000. So here's the Virgin Galactic chart. This is where it sold off during the reveal. Strong support at 23. Here's the last run, 500% run. I made some good money during this run. I think everyone did. It only went up. I feel bad for those that are still holding in the 30s, the 40s, because this thing dropped straight out of the sky, ran out of fuel, came all the way back down to 10, and now it's back into the 23s, 24s. So looking at space from 9-10 months out, we could see that before it did this major 500% run, it did a nice little shoulder, nice little curl. And if you look to the right, is it repeating that? It's a very similar curl before maybe it could do a run. So what would the catalyst be to make it do another run? Maybe they speed up the process. Maybe they make the flights cheaper. I don't think you're going to get a catalyst to make it shoot up 500% like it did last time. Maybe now the stock can slowly grind up. I feel like in the future, I thought about it as me as a person. Am I going to want to fly into space and see Earth from a distance? Hell yeah! Not for $250,000. So Ocugen. The thing with buying penny stocks is you don't really need to know much about the company. It's usually momentum driven, hype driven. You get in, you get out before it dumps. That's it. Unless you like the company, unless you like the product and you believe the product to be real drug, there may be a phase 2 or something, then I understand you would hold and you would read into the data of the drug. But typically when I buy bios, for the most part, I'm just swing trading, day trading them. I'm in and out, maybe sometimes in 5-10 minutes. Unless it's a company that I really dug into and I want to hold it for, much longer. Ocugen. Clinical stage biopharmaceutical company focused on discovering, developing, and commercializing a pipeline of innovative therapies that address rare and underserved eye diseases. The company offers an ophthalmology portfolio that includes novel gene therapies, biologics, and small molecules, as well as targets a range of retinal and ocular surface diseases. Jeez, these scientists kill me. So Ocugen granted FDA orphan drug designation for gene therapy for the treatment of RHO mutation. So they just had the news, and that's why it's been popping off. Let's take a look at the chart, see if there's a potential to get in or if this thing's going to fall off a cliff. Okay, so the first technical indicator I see is a beautiful gap close. Gap is done. So that would have been a great entry right at 67 cents. It's now at 75 cents. So gap has been completed. Now after it closed that gap and bounced off 67 cents to close it to a T, it's heading up to do a major $1 test. Can it clear $1? Can it touch $1? Or is it just going to tease us at 99 cents? Only time will tell. Rain's coming in. What the hell? Florida. Now be careful because it's still in a downward channel. So it's trending down. I don't like to buy stocks when they're trending down. I wait till they change direction and start trending up. So if it bounces off the top of that trend line and heads back down, it's going to fall. If it breaks that 67 support, it's going to fall to 54 support. Then you're in the danger zone. This run might be over. So just hope that that channel change takes place and it starts to continue to head up after it bounced off that 67. And let's see if we can do $1. That's it for Ocugen. On to the next one. We got Kodak. Who the hell is Kodak? Is that old camera, the Polaroid? So Kodak, for you younger generation, if you don't know who Kodak is, they were an old photo company where you take a photo and you have film come out. It wasn't instant. You couldn't take a photo and be like, delete. No, you take a photo, you get film, you go to the store, you get it printed out, which takes a couple days. You get it back in a little envelope, and then you finally get to see it like a week later. Actually, I think they had 24-hour turnaround. Still, but Kodak shifts into drug production with help of a $765 million US loan. What? So Kodak went from cameras to drug production? Let's look at this chart. So its overall support is around 755 based on today's trend. Bullish case scenario, let's hope that it breaks out of this flag, bounces off that 755, it breaks out of the top channel of the flag, and does a $12 test. This thing can really catapult if it could slowly continue to come down, tighten up, and then rocket ship to 12. That's a 50% return if this happens. Bearish scenario, there's always a bearish. If this breaks through the bottom of this flag, turns red, 475 would be your support. And that's because if you back up all the way back to the January of 2020, it had a resistance at 475, so that's now a support. So it could fall down to 475, could possibly bounce there, but in that range, it's hard to dig out of that area. I don't personally like it. It could come all the way down and close the overall gap back down into the twos. So Kodak, be careful with Kodak. If it breaks out of that channel, it's a strong buy. It's going to push up. But it's in a tight range where it could go really good or really bad. So that's it for Kodak. I love their slogan. You press the button, we do the rest. How long do they think that slogan was going to last? So Moderna. The CEO gave a detailed timeline recently. The Rona vaccine is a step closer to reality Monday as the doses for the first volunteers in a 30,000 personal clinical trial has begun. In a best case scenario, Moderna CEO Stephanie Bancel told Business Insider we can know if Moderna's vaccine works in October. So they're doing this 30,000 person trial with the vaccine from yesterday until sometime in October, I guess, and they'll know if it works. And immediately, if they get positive results, you know, Trumpy Trump shipping that out everywhere.
The Moderna vaccine has officially entered phase 3 already, and that's phase 3 clinical trials, the final stage before approval.
So there you go. Trumpy Trump talking about Moderna entering phase 3 clinical trials for the vaccine. So looking at the chart, is there a good entry? Let's see. So it's currently trading around 80, 81, 82. I saw this. I like looking for mirrors because they're technical plays where they do replicate themselves many times. So looking here on the left, it did this mountaintop, came down. On the right, did the mountaintop, came down, heading back up. So I think most likely this will happen. It will continue to ride sideways, and I have a price target of $100. So the stock must hold the level of 79. That would be a good entry because I think 100 is coming as we get closer and closer towards possible results. So another reason why I like Moderna is because it's showing an inverted head and shoulders. Y'all know what head and shoulders is. Boop, boop, boop. Usually goes down, but if it's inverted, it usually goes up. So we got that forming. Bing! And that could project it to 100, at least 90. Bearish scenario. If it clears that 79, if it breaks down for some reason, $72 price target for the next bounce. So if it's a fake out head and shoulders inverse, if they're trying to trick me, which I don't think they are, I think it's more likely going to go up, 72 it could bounce at, and that would be another good entry. So that's it for Moderna. All right, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. That's 4 hot stocks to keep an eye on. Virgin, I like a lot. Moderna, I'm very interested in watching and getting into, getting out, playing that. And the 2 penny stocks, you know, be careful when you're trading pennies, because you could go from thousands to pennies real quick. Hit the subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you again for watching, and don't forget, the whole point of watching the channel is to help y'all retire young.